know there's people that will they'll say something nice to you, and you think, oh, they're just saying that because they feel that they got it. You might feel that way about maybe one of your parents when you do something that you know that you really wasn't any good or whatever. They go, oh, that was so good, and you go, oh, they just say that because they got it. Chris Smick is not one of those guys. And today we're going to say goodbye to him. And yet, he's one of those guys that in moments when you least expect it, comes up out of nowhere and says something to you that is so right and so true and so at the moment, and then he backs away, and then he moves away. And this is what he's done very, very quietly ever since he got here back in '96. He came here in September of '96. He's here to help make all the tech run well. And back then, those guys and women who were hired, their offices were somewhere near where all the wires were. You wanted to find where all the clumps of wires, that was where they would be. That's where their office would be. And so when you go to find Chris, you could never find him. You'd go up near the academic office, and then you'd remove about 3 or 4 tiles from the ceiling, climb up, follow a copper tube about 25 feet, and you'd find him in there eating an apple and doing some stuff. And so you look for him, but he wasn't always there. But it was always things were going right. And he helped make the tech work, and it's one of those thankless jobs. And he also touched a lot of lives very gently, persistently, in ways that few people really do. He has that touch. That's who he is. You know him, of course, as the Bloodmobile guy. During his time there, we figured it out, over 1,000 people on this campus have donated to the Bloodmobile, and the donations have been over 1,100, and yet they break that up into 3 parts, and so over 3,300 people have benefited from these announcements that he would make, and the generosity that he also generated. He's just one of the nicest guys on the planet, and it's those guys that really make this place, men and women who make this place what it is. And so one of the reasons that this is such a happy place is because of Chris Smick. One of the reasons that all that tech worked is because of Chris Smick. And one of the reasons that when that marathon blast happened, and the people got to the hospital, every single person who got to the hospital lived, and one of those reasons was for people like Chris Smick. It's been a real pleasure, Chris. Please come down and